Welcome to this tutorial video about ChatGPT visualizations with Excel. A note before we get started. Anything we cover today may change tomorrow, or it might have changed right before today. We need to be flexible and adapt. Some of this tutorial can be done with ChatGPT 3.5. However, you will need GPT 4.0 to complete the chart creation steps at the end of the tutorial. Microsoft Excel 365 for Windows was used to create this tutorial. Excel for Mac and Excel for Web both work for the steps in this tutorial. The files needed for this tutorial are named datafile.xlsx and chart-data.xlsx. You can download them from http://tiny.cc/ai-files. When you open the Excel file called Data File, you will see several worksheets. The one needed for this tutorial is the Visuals GPT worksheet. ChatGPT can be very helpful with creating data visualizations in Excel. It can guide users in utilizing Excel's various features and functions to enhance data visualization, such as conditional formatting. It can also recommend the most appropriate types of charts. For instance, line charts for trends over time, bar charts for comparison, pie charts for showing parts of a whole, etc. Once you've chosen a chart type, ChatGPT can provide step-by-step instructions on how to create it in Excel. ChatGPT can also offer tips on customizing charts to make them more effective and visually appealing. If the user encounters issues or errors while creating charts, ChatGPT can help diagnose common problems and provide solutions. It can also offer advice on optimizing charts for clarity, readability, and impact. Let's begin with the data table in the Visuals GPT worksheet. Let's say we would like to draw attention to all the check amounts in column C that are over $10,000 by making the text for those amounts bold and red. If you are using a Mac, that is important information to share with ChatGPT in your prompts. Be sure to tell ChatGPT that you are using Excel for Mac. The instructions for Macs will be slightly different from what I'm presenting here. In the ChatGPT message box, type Start a New Chat, and in the message box, type I have a data table with 9 columns of data. I would like the data in column C to be bold red text if it is above $10,000. How would I do this in Excel? Here is ChatGPT's response. Let's go through the step-by-step directions from ChatGPT and see if they work. Step 1 tells us to click on the column header Amount to select the whole column. Steps 2 and 3 tells us to go to the Home tab and click on Conditional Formatting. Then in the drop-down menu, click New Rule. Step 4 tells us to click the rule type, use a formula to determine which cells to format. Step 5 tells us to copy the formula given by ChatGPT using the Copy Code button and paste it into the Excel formula box using Ctrl-V, Command-V. In Step 6, we click Format. Still in Step 6, on the Font tab of the dialog box, we need to click Bold, change the color of the text to red, and click OK. Step 7 tells us to click OK to close the new formatting rule dialog box. Still in Step 7, we click OK once more to close the Conditional Formatting Rules Manager. The conditional formatting instructions worked. ChatGPT lets us know that when you enter the new value in the column that meets this condition, the formatting will apply to that cell automatically. Now let's use ChatGPT to create a chart. Look at the data in cells K1 to L4. Let's say we want to create an Excel chart with this data, but aren't sure what kind of chart we need, and we are going to need instructions for its creation. Start a new chat. And in the ChatGPT message box, type, I have an Excel dataset with 2 columns of data. The first column, column K, has various categories of government, and second column, column L, has corresponding dollar amounts for those categories. What type of chart should I use to visualize this data in Excel? ChatGPT replies with 5 options for different types of charts and gives helpful guidance for choosing the correct one. Our data is simple with only 3 categories and no subcategories, so we will choose a column chart. In the ChatGPT message box, continue the chat by typing, "I've decided to create a column chart. How do I do this?" ChatGPT responded to the chat with step-by-step instructions for creating the chart, customizing and adjusting it, and analyzing the data. We won't take the time to go through the steps to create the chart with our data. Let's say we followed the ChatGPT steps and created the chart, and it's not very exciting. We can ask ChatGPT for tips to make the chart more visually appealing. Continue the chat by typing, "I've created the chart, but it is boring. Can you give me some advice to make the column chart more visually appealing?" ChatGPT responded to the chat with some great ideas to make the chart more visually appealing. Here are 5 suggestions, including choosing a suitable chart style, color scheme, adding data labels, adjusting column width, and adding a title and axis labels. Here are 5 more suggestions: using grid lines and borders, using 3D effects, animate the chart, conditional formatting, and adding a trend line or benchmark. ChatGPT can also create charts. Attach chart-data.xlx to your ChatGPT prompt using the paperclip icon and ask ChatGPT to create a chart of the sales revenue in the attached file. Here is what ChatGPT returned when we asked for the chart. Continue the conversation by asking ChatGPT to give you the chart in Excel file. ChatGPT provides a download link for the file. Okay, that's it. We are done. This video was created and narrated by Dr. Wendy Tietz. Have a great day.